In this lesson, I would like to explain Revit selection options. These settings can be found under drop-down menu on the ribbon, under Modify tool, or in the right bottom corner of Revit interface. We have here 5 options. When the option is disabled, symbol has a red X sign on it. So for example, select pinned elements is not active now. Let's explore these options one by one. When select elements by face is active, whenever I hover my mouse over some element, for example this floor, I go directly into pre-selection mode. If this option was disabled, I would have to look for the border of this element. In this case, look for a floor edge near the join with walls, which sometimes might be harder than it sounds. In previous versions of Revit prior to 2016, there was actually no option to select elements by face, so it is a big advancement. Next, we have a drag elements on selection option, which allows us to move elements with just one click. So, for instance, if I wanted to move this wall, I would press left mouse button, keep it pressed and move it somewhere. If this option was unchecked, I would have to do this in 2 steps. First, click and select an element, and then move it. This option, with conjunction selection by face, might be a bit tricky. I will tell you why. If we wanted to select elements inside a room, for instance with Windows selection, I would accidentally change position of the floor. So if you work in a dense environment in a complex project, such mistake may cost us a lot. So if we use drag on selection option, it is better to deactivate select by face, because Windows selection may cause us a lot of trouble. Next, we have selection of pinned elements, which is kind of self-explanatory. However, we can use it smart when we are redrawing from the cut drawing. When I hover my mouse over it now, there is this blue frame that is a bit annoying to me. If this element is pinned, I will disable select pinned elements and now can go on with remodeling of this floor. The snaps of the drawing are still active and I don't have to worry about selecting the whole DWG file. The similar thinking should be applied to select links option. Sometimes links are very large files, so selecting them by mistake in tight project environment may take a lot of memory of our station. Lastly, we have Underlay option. Underlay is not active by default in a floor plan view. We should activate it in Properties window of the floor plan. Now I have a floor plan visible in this half-tone way, and this option lets me select it. Selection options are very important Revit feature, and I actually explored them pretty long after I've become a Revit user. So I hope that thanks to this lesson you will use these settings thoughtfully.